Probation. This is Brandy.
Hey, Brandy, my name is Scott Fair. I'm out here in El Paso.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, I got a couple questions for you. I'd like to send you guys money, and the probation officer said to give you a call because apparently I can't pay my money there here at the local probation office.
Yeah, you got to send it here. I can mail you or email you some instructions that you can pay online.
Is there a fee to pay online?
I do think it does charge a convenience fee to do that. I think it's like 2-point-something%.
2-point-something%. So let me figure out if that's $10 a month. That's what, $2?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not great at math, but I think so.
I understand. It's all right. Go ahead and if you could just give me the website, and I'll take a look at it. But the other thing I was going to ask you is just an address to mail it to, because I got a bunch of money orders here.
Yeah, we take money orders too. So the address that you would mail it to, you would make it out to McLennan County Probation. And you ready?
Let me write down that way I can get it right. Probation.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's P.O. Box 1250.
1250.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's Waco, Texas.
Okay.
76703.
76703. Okay. Do you know the website also?
Well, let me email you the instructions, because the instructions are going to print out. You have a bureau code and you have like an ID code, and the ID is specific to you. And so when you log on, you just put in that ID, and it goes to your account. So I think I have your email, radicalslave79@gmail.
That is perfecto.
All right. So be looking at your email, and I'll email it to you, okay?
Okay. Well, a couple more questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
One is we had talked about before, were you going to talk to the judge about the the money issue that I had, because being the fact that I'm indigent and everything else, and I'm disabled and I can't work, was a problem. I never heard anything back on that.
I have not actually spoken to anyone about it yet. Let me write a note.
Thank you. And the other question I have is, if I bought some money orders to what I was wanting to do is, and I want to make sure I do this properly, is I wanted to pay forward a few months. Whenever I mail the money order to you guys, and I don't want you guys to lump it all into 1 month, and then the next month I've still got to pay, because I never know when I'm going to have money, so I'm trying to make an effort here to send you guys money when I do have it.
Right. Well, let me. I don't handle money.
Okay.
I can transfer you to to our booking department, and they can kind of maybe explain to you better how they put money towards.
Okay.
If you want me to do that, because I really don't know. They have their own system. They put money towards whatever they want to put it towards first. They have a thing that's most important, and then the second most important. So let me find somebody.
One last question. I appreciate you being so kind to me.
No problem.
With me being disabled, and they already knew that I was disabled and unable to work, because they even pulled my military and my VA records. What am I supposed to do about community supervision when I'm not allowed to work and I'm handicapped?
About your community service hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check, but I don't show that you have any community service hours.
Well, I mean, the probation office said, yes, I do over here. And
Oh.
here's the thing that confuses me. When I signed that conviction paperwork with the thumbprint, it said that I owe no money, no fees, no community service. I still have the document here, but then all of a sudden when I go to prison, I have all this money. Even the probation department here said they've never seen anybody have so much money. I know this is out of the ballpark, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure all this stuff out, and I've got legal aid that's going to help me appeal some things, but like this community service, I'm handicapped and I'm disabled, and I have severe migraines that sometimes last for a month, and I've already gone to ER a couple times, and you know, this is something that's been going on since before I got out of the military, and I'm concerned that this community service is really going to screw me over. So.
Well, when I pulled up your judgment, it does say you had 300 hours. So that we can try to get waived. Let me see, because I know you did send me.
Let me just tell you something. I know it may not matter to you, but I'm currently here at the same address that I've had over here at what's called the VTLC Veterans Transitional Living Center. And it's a grant per diem program for the VA, and it's a nonprofit. And here, it's a requirement that I do at least 20 hours a week, and they log every hour that I do.
Of community service?
Yeah.
Well, send that in.
Basically, if there's weeds that need to be pulled or things that need to be cleaned,
that will count.
Answering the phone. And see, I don't know how to get this thing done, but I mean, we can do that as well. I at least want to make the effort, but I mean, you know.
So they log that though? I mean, is there then yes, send that in.
Who would I send that to?
You can send it directly to me.
Okay. Do you want me just to scan the document here? Because they keep all the records. Do you want me to scan it and then email it to you? Or?
You can scan it and email it. You can fax it, however is easier for you.
May I please have your email?
Sure.
Okay.
It's my first and last name, which is Brandy, and that's BRANDI, and a dot. Last name is Uri, EURE.
Okay.
At CO. Dot McLennan, MCLENNAN. Dot TX. Dot US.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, you know, it's funny because probation here had you down as a URI. So I said, man, I thought it, and that's what I have it in my phone as. So
URI. EURE. Yep. I get a lot of that though. Some people don't even know how to pronounce it. It's weird, but it is what it is.
Understood. Now let me just. I keep swapping you with these questions, but I'm just trying to do things right here. Let's say you do talk to the judge, and whatever he says on the money issue, is there any way that because I'm working the hours here, whether it's whatever I'm doing around here for community services, that can go towards some of the money that I owe?
You know what?
Because, I mean, with me being indigent, not able to work, I've got to figure out how I can do something here.
Right. And, you know, it's been brought up before, but unfortunately here in this county, we don't do that right now. Maybe in the future, but right now we don't buy back community service hours.
Because the probation department here gave me a list of places that I can do community service at, like an approved list. And some of those places you can actually, like one place they told me it was $12.50 an hour to buy or whatever for a domestic violence outreach center, and I said, okay.
Yeah, some places do. Just not us right now. We don't offer that. I do think it is a good idea because we do have a lot of people that can't pay. I think it's a good idea, but I'm not anybody. So,
when I was reading the Texas law book, 'cause I've got a code of criminal procedure book, and it talks about parole and probation and the inability to pay or the hardship, it actually says that the judge, and I have court documents that says the judge will consider if you have the inability to pay. Actually says he shall consider, and that he's supposed to waive that type of stuff. So I don't know.
Here's the deal: is we're not, as long as you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing as far as community service and doing, keep doing what you're doing there where you're living, because that will count. And if you're doing 20 hours a week?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything from answering the phone, because sometimes there's no staff here, so you got to answer the phone, or
so that you'll get done with your community service very fast doing 20 hours a week.
Well, that's what I was wanting. My biggest fear here is I know that I could face up to like 99 years, and man, I shouldn't have ever gotten convicted in the first place, and I know that they hid the dash cameras in my car. I have court documentation to prove this. That would have proved my innocence. So all I'm trying to do is just trying to walk the line and
So send me where you've done how long have you been where you're at?
I think, don't quote me on this because I don't want to be a liar, since about August or so, maybe September, but I think about August.
So send me everything from then back to now.
Okay.
Because I show you have 300 hours.
Okay.
So that should, 20 hours a week. I mean, I don't know. I can't do the math in my head, but you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's 160 hours a month, 20 times, it's 80 hours a month, 20, 40, 80 hours in 1 month.
Okay, so yeah, you're pretty good on your community service. Just send that to me and we'll get it in. As far as your money goes, we're not going to violate you on your money. We want you to, try to pay whatever you can whenever you can. I can't legally violate you for just money. So whatever.
I've read that in the Texas law thing. It's just
right,
my
and
concern is that could be like ammo used against me. You know what
I mean? I'm not going to, but if something comes over my head, I'm not going to violate you for you owing this money. And you're doing your community service, and I don't even see that you have like any classes or anything to take.
I'll be honest with you on that too. When I did the PSI with you guys, I had no drugs and alcohol issues. Prison, when I first went there, I made parole within the first month, and both the drug and alcohol intake said that I had no issues with drugs and alcohol. But Texas TDC has a special little thing with the government that they make $13,000 per inmate for a 6-month. Actually, they shortened it down to 4.5 right before I got out. That they make an extra $13,000 for just a few months extra to keep someone to go to that program. And then, despite you guys saying I had no issues, despite the 2 intakes saying I had no issues, TDC still sent me to a drug and alcohol course, so I did that 6-month program. I got out, parole, decided that somehow I did have these issues, and then I still had to do more drug and alcohol certifications. And since I've been out, I have to go to parole. When I first got out, it was once a week drug and alcohol testing for 2 months. Now it's once a month, but every week I have to do 2 hours of drug and alcohol classes plus peer support. And it's like, wow, this is just beyond ridiculous. So I'm actually doing classes.
It sounds, you're doing a lot. I don't know anything about parole, honestly. I'm sure
the counselor said it was a sham and a scam of the taxpayers' money, but I could have appealed it because that's my only relief. But by the time I realized by studying in a law library that I could have appealed it, I was like 2 months before getting out, and I just said it's too late now.
Well, maybe make the best of it. If you know that there's people in there that could use your help as peer support, maybe you were put there for a reason. I don't know. I hate to hear that people, are doing stuff they don't have to or need to, but maybe you can help somebody. You don't ever know.
And I just wanted to, I know I've told you this before when we talked, but you're a very polite, pleasant, respectful person, and I really appreciate that. I do. Everybody in prison kept telling me, oh my God, you're on parole and probation. Probation's going to screw you over before parole, and that's just not been the case. Parole's been more difficult. And, it's kind of a pain in the butt having to check in and go in and pay for rides to get there and take drug tests all the time when I'm not even a user.
I know. I understand. Look, I couldn't be on probation. I just couldn't. It's hard. People don't even understand.
It's not hard for me because you guys aren't being the pain in the butt. It's parole that's being a pain in the butt.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's just kind of an invasion of privacy when I have to let somebody look at my junk while I'm taking a piss when I shouldn't even have that as a requirement,
Right. You have no privacy when you're dealing with the government.
That is true.
You have no privacy.
All right, yeah, if you would like to transfer me over to that financial side that we discussed earlier, I would greatly appreciate it.
All right, let me get you with somebody. I'm going to transfer you to Desiree Myers. And just kind of tell her that you've already spoken with me, but you were kind of wondering, like, if you were to pay ahead, where your money would go first.
Okay.
I guess, or just kind of tell her what you're asking, because I don't really know where your money's going to go first. Okay?
Okay, I understand. I appreciate
All right. Desiree Myers, and I'm going to get you to her right now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Adult probation, can I help you?
Yeah, Miss Brandy Yuri told me to ask for a Miss Desiree Myers.
That's me.
Okay, yes, ma'am. She told me to give you a talk to her. She transferred me over to you. My name is Scott Fair, Fair. And I had a question. I've got these money orders made up, 10 money orders made up. And I would like to send them to you guys, but I wanted to confirm or at least make sure I do something right before I end up kicking myself in the butt later.
Okay.
I believe it's $10 a month, and according to the court paperwork I got, and I went ahead and got 10 $10 money orders. I would like. Is it for
the interlock?
For probation.
For probation?
Yeah, and my concern is I would like to pay up and forward while I have the money because I'm indigent and I'm handicapped and I can't work. And if I send you guys those 10, in total $100, I don't want it to all go for 1 month and then the next month, oh my God, you didn't pay us. I'm just trying to pay it forward type of deal while I got it.
Okay.
So basically, it should cover for 10 months. If I had it my way, I would like it for it to cover 10 months since it's 10.
And how much is each money order?
$10 each.
Okay, because this is showing that your monthly payment is $90 a month.
Well, the court documents that I got that they had me sign a couple months ago was $10 a month because I told them I couldn't pay, and that's what the circuit clerk sent me.
Okay, because I can't see stuff like that. I only have limited access, basically what it shows, your balances and stuff like that. But the way it works basically is when you have certain money due, the system automatically posts the payments in a specific order. So probation fees are a top priority, and then it would be your PSI fee and then Crime Stoppers and then court cost. So when there's money due, the system, I don't even get to choose where the money goes. The system automatically posts it a specific way. So anything you would send in for now would all go towards your probation fees.
Yeah, that's my concern. I mean, I shouldn't have been assigned anything to pay at all because the judge is supposed to consider, in fact, I'm disabled and indigent. But I'm just
Yeah.
trying to at least make some type of good faith effort according to what I'm supposed to, according to the law. So,
Yeah.
let me just add, I know this is, I probably need to call Brandy up again because I forgot to ask her. Who decides if they decide to mess with my driver's license?
Oh yeah, I don't know that.
Okay, I'll call Brandy up again. So
I can transfer you back to her. But as far as like the payments go, yeah, like anything you pay would really go to your probation fees until that's current, and then it would start going to other areas. But if they're telling you to pay $10 a month, and as long as they see that you're making that effort, then I would say like you should be okay.
Okay, yeah, she said that they can't violate me for not paying. I just want to make that. I will at least want to make an effort.
If at any point later on, like say they waive your probation fees, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Then your payments will start going somewhere else, or if they, if anything changes, like it'll happen.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Can you please transfer me back over to Miss Yuri? Thank you. Hey, Miss Yuri, it's Scott again. I just got off the phone with her, and see, the clerk's office, well, at least the mail, the letterhead and everything, said $10 a month on my paperwork. However, when I called her, she said she's kind of limited on what she can see, and she's still seeing $90 a month.
$90 on what? For your monthly. Okay.
Yeah.
$90 for your monthly payment. That's what I see too. So this is what they've got it assessed at. They've got you paying $25 a month for court costs. They have you paying $60 a month for probation fees, and it says $5 a month for PSI.
And see, I need to dig out that paperwork. I know I got it, but why did the clerk's office tell me $10 a month, and they even said sign this document and mail it back to us? And you know what? Before you do too much digging, let me go back and look through my paperwork, and let me just confirm what my recollection is, because, man, I don't want to look like a liar. So, so.
Go find your judgment. Find your original judgment.
Is that the one where I put my thumbprint on it?
Yes.
Because that one says that I owe no court fees or costs. They even had lawyers look at it, and they see the same thing I'm looking at. It actually talks about the conviction with the thumbprint on the last document and my signature.
Yes, there's a thumbprint on
Mm-hmm.
the last document and your signature. Yes. I have it in front of me. Now it does have numbers on mine, but look on yours.
Mm-hmm.
Find yours.
Okay, I'll do that too, and then what I'll do is I'll have it scanned, and then I'll email it to you. But I still need to get the judge kind of talked to about this. Now, here's what I forgot to ask you. One simple thing. I've gotten 2 postcards saying that they can suspend my license or whatever for not paying or something like that, like at least a threat of it underneath penal code or something like that, 700 something, I believe.
Well, I don't know anything about that. Honestly, I've never heard that. Is it for probation?
Yeah, it says that if I don't pay my stuff, that they could suspend my license. It was like a bluish or a greenish postcard.
Do you have any, like maybe traffic tickets?
No, I've only had 2 tickets my entire life, and it's coming from McLennan County, and they weren't in McLennan.
Has it ever been suspended?
No, I'll be honest with you, and I hate to be too honest, but I'm going to anyway. I went to the DPS office the other day, and everything turned up fine. I paid the $25, but because it was expired for too long,
I got to redo the driver's test, and in fact, I can pull up the postcard here in about so many seconds. Get the right file folder. There's not that much paperwork in it. That's not it. And yeah, they've sent me two, and I tried to use. Yeah, here's one right here from John R. Gimbel. This one's dated, postmark October the 16th, and it's actually like a lime green neon color, and it's handwritten with my address on it. And it says, you owe money to McClendon County District Clerk for court costs. Failure to pay court costs in full or set up a payment agreement, you may be deferred to DPS so that your driver's license may not be renewed under Chapter 706 Transportation Code. This problem will not go away.
Okay, so that is coming from the district clerk. Now, whatever they can do, I don't know. I mean, if they're telling you that they can do that, maybe they can.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, understood.
But yeah, John Gibble, that's the district clerk. So when you send in your payments, some of that money, if not all of that money, may possibly be going there to the district clerk. So maybe that'll get them off of you for a while.
Well, the thing of it is my concern is that's why I need the judge talked to, because I mean, I can't work, you know, I'm indigent, and you guys,
Right.
not you, but you know what I mean. I've got a problem here, so I need to be able to get to my VA appointments and everything else.
District clerk sending letters to suspend license. All right.
Yeah, and I also have child support that I have to take care of as well. You know, I have parole stuff that I have to pay for because it's a monthly fee for parole, and I understand according to Texas laws that they have to allow you the ability to pay your rent, pay your utility bills, to eat, to pay child support as a priority over those types of fees. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to come up with all this money and then still get threatened with my driver's license taken.
Right. Right. I understand. All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Get me, for one, get me the community service hours.
Yes, ma'am.
ASAP.
Yes, ma'am.
Because whatever we can say that looks good on you is obviously good.
Yes, ma'am.
We're like, look, Mr. Fair is doing his community service. He's working diligently, doing his, trying to complete probation. I'll go with them. I'll go to them and say, he's being threatened to take his license away, and he's trying to do whatever he can. So we'll see. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I can't promise you anything.
Understood.
But
How about a letter from the fact that I'm doing like groups and stuff like that, quote unquote, for betterment and this and that. You know what I mean? Just to kind of promote.
Send everything. Send anything that you can that makes you look better.
Okay.
That makes you look good. And I'll go to them with that, and we'll see what we can do about fees. And such as that. Okay.
Okay. Well, I would send you a Christmas card, but I'm kind of broke, so I appreciate you.
It's okay. Well, I thank you anyway, though.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Okay, well, I'll let you go then, and you will have that information, I'm assuming, by Monday, because there's only one staff member here, and I don't want to nag him. He just started directing this place a couple of days ago, so.
Okay.
And I'll take care of it. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Yuri.
You have a good day.
You too. Bye.